morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I am very late today, and we're having our Zoom today. Please email me if you don't find the link and you want to come. flameandfiber@mindspring.com. I'll put it in the down bar. I don't usually put my email address in the down bar, but I will today, so you can email me if you can't find the link on Ravelry. It's in our group, the Flame and Fiber podcast group. There's a sticky note for Saturday Zoom. That's it. That's today. We have a lot of activity on the deck today because Pearl's getting the disc frisbee thrown for her. I'm going to say discus. We sometimes have to talk about it without calling it a frisbee. When we do, it's called the discus. I took coffee and tea up today and sat in my bed. I just wasn't ready to start my morning and I needed a shower. And normally on shower day I would take my shower and then go down and get Dennis's tea and start my day downstairs, but I wasn't ready. So I just got the coffee and tea and relaxed for a while. So it's a little later than usual. We had a nice day yesterday. We stopped at Aura's on our way home from walking the dogs. Dennis's cousin Bonnie was over, and so we visited with Aura and Bonnie, and it was a very nice visit. We will be seeing Bonnie down in the Outer Banks. She's one of the cousins who comes every year. She didn't come last year because she had COVID. It was so sad. So we're expecting a full house down there this year. Karen, who's on our Zoom usually, well, maybe I'll see her today, comes, is a new addition to the tribe. She is my sister-in-law Kim's boyfriend's sister. And she and Frank came last year for a little while, and they'll be here this year. It'll be fun. So I'm planning a trip, Karen. I'm planning a trip to the yarn shop with you. I hope you don't mind. And anyway, so we were talking about OBX, and it's coming up in a month. Time is passing so quickly. So anyway, we have our Zoom today. My intention is to sit out here on the deck, so it should be lovely. Right now, it's about 68 degrees and clear. We do have a little bit of haze from the fires, but otherwise, no clouds. And Dennis will be making Indonesian barbecue, which is essentially chicken satay. We're taking that over to Aura's tonight for dinner, so that should be fun. She loved it when she had it before, and well, needless to say, I did too. So we all loved it. So I think he's making more today, and hopefully there'll be leftovers too. But we shall see. We'll leave some with his mother if there are, because she really liked it. And we're Zooming. So that's my agenda for the day. Dennis had his D&D last night. And I rewatched a movie, and I watched the new British Baking. I wasn't up for starting the new Shetland. I have to prepare myself for that. But I watched the first show of the new British Baking season that's available on Netflix. And I rewatched a movie. Oh, and then I went back to the last season of British Baking. I went through Netflix for 20 minutes and didn't find anything, and I was wasting my time. So I went back to the prior season of British Baking, which I think I've only watched once. And watched a couple episodes of that while I was knitting on my socks. And it's been a long time since I made socks, and I'm sitting there and I only got that much in 4 hours, and I'm thinking, wow, I should have been able to do more than that, but apparently I wasn't. Anyway, they're looking cute, and so anyway, I just sat there and knit by myself, and watched my silly TV, and it was a lovely evening, and I enjoyed it. And I think I'm going to be knitting on my socks during our Zoom today. Pearl loves this frisbee. Oh my gosh. But they have a ritual. She has a ritual. She won't just bring it back and drop it at Dennis's feet. He has to get up He has to sit down and then get up again, and then she'll bring it closer, and then finally she'll drop it. Sometimes he has to go in the house before she'll drop it. She's so funny. Anyway, so I had a good day yesterday, and I knit on my socks. I'm going to knit today, and I'm going to be knitting, and it's kind of exciting that I'm enjoying knitting, and I want to knit, and I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself. Like, you know, the other day I read a book instead of knitted, and it was fine. I did do a little knitting that day. So, but my socks are coming along. Well, if you're on Zoom today, you'll see them. Meanwhile, I got to get going. I have a couple things to do before I Zoom, and I will hopefully see you guys later in a couple of hours at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And you can find the link in the Flame and Fiber podcast group on Ravelry. It's the same link as it always is, so if you've gotten it another time, that's the same link. And I hope to see you there. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.